how to handle adversity, how to handle, controversy. And, with a person like her, you don't really want to come and say, do this and do that. When you're the best player and you play for a great coach like Kim Mulkey, they stay on you.
Angel Reese's rise to basketball fame was marked by intensity, confidence, and a level of unapologetic.
Yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on. Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Her fierce playing style and large talked about athletes in recent memory. But while Angel's talents on the court are undeniable, her off-court drama has become just as noteworthy. When Shaquille O'Neal, one of basketball's most iconic figures, publicly rejected her, well, that lit a fire no one saw coming. And just when the basketball world thought things couldn't get more entertaining, Caitlin Clark threw the WNBA a curveball, sending shockwaves throughout the league. But before we proceed further, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Angel Reese is known for her fiery personality. She plays basketball with the kind of passion that commands attention. On the court, every dribble, every shot, every stare screams intensity. She doesn't just play, she owns the game. It's that same confidence that led her to face Shaq head-on, with all the grace of a bull in a china shop. After LSU's unforgettable run to the national title, Angel's fame skyrocketed. Her face was everywhere, and her name echoed in the conversations of sports pundits. People praised her for being unfiltered, for not being afraid to speak her mind, and for bringing a level of authenticity that is rare in the tightly scripted world of sports.
I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time.
So when Shaq, someone who had openly supported her in the past, took a step back from that glowing praise, it hit hard. Shaq's comment wasn't a personal attack. In fact, it was more of a subtle pivot. When asked about Reese's future in the WNBA, Shaq's enthusiasm waned. He didn't gush over her as many expected. Instead, he offered a more cautious, measured response, suggesting she had more to prove before she could claim dominance at the next level.
When you're the best player and you play for a great coach like Kim Mulkey, they stay on you. Phil Jackson stayed on me. Pat Riley stayed on me. Dale Brown stayed on me.
Angel's reaction to this was nothing short of a spectacle. Reese threw what many would call a tantrum fit, blasting Shaq in a series of heated posts. It wasn't just a matter of disagreeing with him, it was personal. She had expected Shaq, of all people, to back her unequivocally, and when that didn't happen, she felt betrayed. Watching the back and forth was like witnessing two heavyweight boxers trade verbal jabs, though one side was clearly swinging harder. Shaq, always the cool giant, took the high road, likely because he's been in enough controversies to know when to let something slide. But Angel? She was having none of it. She doubled down, refusing to let anyone, even Shaq, put her in a box. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, a name whispered with awe in basketball circles, had been quietly making waves. Clark, known for her sharp shooting and jaw-dropping basketball IQ, was the yin to Reese's yang. Where Angel thrived on intensity, Caitlin seemed to play the game with a calm, calculated ease. She didn't need the theatrics. Her game spoke louder than any words or social media posts ever could.
It had nothing to do with my team, it had nothing to do with their reffing, had nothing to do with the other team. It was just because I'm a competitor, and I felt like I should have been making more shots. But I think he fired me up to continue to play a lot harder. I thought we got a lot better after he did that, so I want to thank him.
Clark's rise was the stuff of basketball legend. While Reese captured attention with her brash personality and aggressive play, Clark let her skills do the talking. She didn't need to shout or throw fits. A quick glance at her stat sheet was enough to silence doubters. She had quietly become the one to watch, and everyone wanted to know where she was headed next. And then Caitlin dropped a bombshell. In a move that left the WNBA stunned, she hinted that her future might not lie where everyone expected. While many assumed she'd be a lock for the WNBA, Clark threw a curveball by suggesting she might stay in college another year. The league had been buzzing with excitement, expecting her to make the jump, and this news left fans and analysts scrambling to figure out what this meant for the future of women's basketball.
I don't know. I love college basketball. I don't know. It would be hard to leave. I think what we've been able to build has been super special too. Especially when you can go to the WNBA even the year after that.
Caitlin's decision wasn't about avoiding the WNBA. It was a power move, a way to maintain control of her narrative. She wasn't going to be rushed into anything, and she didn't owe anyone a timeline. The WNBA wanted her, but Clark was in no hurry. And honestly, could anyone blame her? College ball offered a platform, a sense of dominance she might not immediately have in the pros. Plus, with NIL deals flooding her pockets, there was no financial urgency to leave college. In typical Caitlin fashion, she made the announcement without any grand gestures or theatrics. No tantrums, no public feuds, just a calm, calculated decision that left the basketball world buzzing. Reese and Clark represent two different ends of the basketball spectrum, yet they both captivated the sports world. They've crossed paths on the court, and their matchups have been nothing short of electrifying. But off the court, their approaches couldn't be more different. Where Reese thrives on confrontation, Clark is the epitome of cool-headedness. The contrast in their personalities makes for compelling drama, and fans are invested in every move they make. It's not just about the game anymore. It's about the personalities, the feuds, and the rivalries that fuel these matchups. Reese's public outbursts are as much a part of her persona as her rebounding. She doesn't back down, whether it's a battle in the paint or a spat on social media. Caitlin, on the other hand, has embraced a quieter dominance. She doesn't need to call out her critics or respond to every slight. She lets her game speak for itself, a method that has earned her just as much respect, albeit in a different way. This dynamic creates a unique kind of tension. Every time these two face each other, there's more than just a game at stake. There's a clash of styles, of personalities, of how the game should be played and celebrated. While Clark's supporters admire her laser focus, in their own ways, they both manage to capture the attention of not just basketball fans, but casual sports viewers who tune in just to see what happens next. As for Shaq, the role he plays in all of this is fascinating. A larger-than-life figure in his own right, Shaq's comments about Reese were never intended to start a feud. But in today's world of instant reactions and social media-fueled outrage, even the slightest critique can set off fireworks. Shaq, who has seen it all in the world of basketball, likely didn't expect his words to spark such a strong reaction. But when it comes to Angel Reese, everything is personal. Relation underscores of theirs feels like a betrayal. For Shaq, it's business as usual. He's been both the hero and the villain during his career, and he understands that athletes need to develop thick skin if they're going to survive at the highest levels. Clark's decision to delay entering the WNBA, coupled with Reese's dramatic rise, paints an interesting picture for the future of the league. Both players represent the new era of women's basketball, where the personalities are just as captivating as the game itself. And the WNBA needs both of them, badly. The league is still fighting for mainstream recognition, and players like Reese and Clark are crucial to that effort. They bring a level of excitement that transcends the sport. The WNBA has always had talented players, but it's the personalities that turn casual fans into diehards. People want to see rivalries, drama, and storylines that go beyond the final score. They want to see Reese staring down an opponent after a big play, and they want to see Clark calmly drain a three-pointer from half-court with ice in her veins. For the WNBA, this is the moment to capitalize, but the league has to tread carefully. They need to support these stars without stifling their individuality. Reese's passion and Clark's poise are what make them special. The league must find a way to embrace both without forcing them into a mold that doesn't fit. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. We thrive on your feedback, so be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, keep discovering and stay tuned.